Welcome to Volume 4 of the Middlesbrough Football Club video magazine. Another exciting chapter packed with drama in both the promotion race and on the road to Wembley. In the Rumbelows, Lenny Lawrence's men make it all the way to a thrilling semi-final showdown with Manchester United, while the further distraction of the FA Cup can't halt Borough's progress in the race to join the Premier League. Coming up, all the highlights, home and away, plus exclusive interviews to keep you right in touch with life at Ayresome Park.
I think realistically we have to go to the end of the season unbeaten, and hopefully win all our home games. And if we manage to do that, then I think we're certainly in with a chance for the top two. Yeah, we've done very well since Christmas, especially away from home. We've picked that up really. Although we've had a few, maybe disappointing results at home where we've drawn when we maybe should have won. But at least we haven't lost those games.
We start at Port Vale, where Borough are seeking their first league win away from home since Boxing Day.
With the free kick for Port Vale, they've got about 6 or so players in or around that penalty area. It's to the far post. Oh, goodness me! A real mistake in the heart of the Middlesbrough defence. The header coming, I think, of Alan Kernigan and all the way through for Brian Mills on the far side, and he couldn't quite direct the shot on target despite really a fairly open goal. He was stretching, mind. Simon Mills. Oh, trying to be too cute, I think. And Middlesbrough with a chance to break. Oh, nice ball through for Hendry. He's clear. Can he keep his head? Yes, he can. The opening goal for Middlesbrough. Sweetly done by John Hendry. And really, that's all down to a mistake in the midfield by Simon Mills, trying to take on too many when really he didn't have any support. And a good through ball from Paul Wilkinson for John Hendry, and a comfortable job for a striker really, with just the keeper to beat, no pressure at all. But he's got his back to goal, and the ball runs away from him. Through for Hendry. Phillips on the overlap. Good ball from him back to Hendry. Phillips continues on his charge. Has a go. Oh, what a wonderful save from Mark Grew. And a lovely flying movement from Middlesbrough, taking them from one end of the field to the other. Dean Glover's ball forward once again for the Vale. Headed by Mohan. It might drop for Jeffers, it does. Turns, and a go. And a smashing save there from Stephen Pears. And gathers it at the second time of asking. Just coming up to the quarter of an hour mark of the second half. Still Port Vale 0, Middlesbrough 1. As Hendry turns, makes his way towards goal. Slides it through, a chance now for Middlesbrough, number 2 from Robbie Mustoe, the 23-year-old. A lovely finish from him, but it was set up marvellously well, and really Vale half asleep after so much good early work in the first 15 minutes of this second half. It all comes to naught, and they find themselves in deeper trouble than ever. And they're looking comfortably in control this afternoon as we enter the last 15 minutes of this encounter. It had been billed as an interesting clash that may well have produced some good football. As it turns out, it's been very bitty. Oh, goodness me, an own goal, would you believe it? And that puts the Vale back in the hunt. Just as I'm saying that the game is dead, then maybe now there will be the last 15 minutes of real Vale effort now. Their tails may well be up. And really, the Vale need the points this afternoon if they're to try and get themselves out of the basement of the second division. Good ball for Wilkinson to chase, and Neil Aspin brings him down fairly cynically. They'd beaten the offside trap for, I think, the first time this afternoon, probably. And Neil Aspin really with no recourse there. One-on-one twice this afternoon. Middlesbrough have converted a one-on-one situation with Mark Grew into goals. They may well have done so again there when the ball was played forward for Paul Wilkinson to chase, and the referee has no option but to send Neil Aspin from the field of play. The red card is shown, and with just over 5 minutes to go, Port Vale find themselves down to 10 men. Well won by Glover for Swan. Nicely brought down, running at the defenders, plays it wide to John Jeffers. Whipped into the middle. On the far side is Foyle, gets it into the danger area. Will it drop? Yes, it will. Oh, off the line. Still Vale have a chance, and really a desperate stop on the line by Andy Peake for Middlesbrough is all that keeps them away from a draw here at Vale Park, and Bale so close.
Borough good value for their first league points for nearly a month. Cup commitments and bad weather had restricted Lenny Lawrence's men to a lone defeat at Millwall since January 11.
Port Vale was struggling for confidence and it showed in the game. We took our goals well, and although Nicky Mohan's own goal put us under a little bit of pressure in the last 10 minutes, it would have been a total injustice if we hadn't got the 3 points, and the away form's picked up from there.
An interest in 3 competitions illustrates just what a good season Borough are having, and a replay in the quarter-finals of the Rumbelows Cup could not have a bigger prize at stake. Victory over 3rd Division Peterborough would secure a lucrative 2-legged showdown with Manchester United.
Clear favourites. Back this time for Mustoe, but that's a careless one, easily picked up by Mick Halsall. And away by Peterborough. Kernahan to chase. Stephen Pears, who was 30 on the day that the first replay was postponed, presumably enabled him to celebrate. Proctor, forward by Kernahan. Hendry. Out wide there by Proctor. Ripley. Young Curtis is the man chasing him. He's got a bit of pace. And Barber down there. There's a little flicked effort there by Robbie Mustoe. Free kick, Kernahan rolling it out for Gary Parkinson to hit the cross. Wilkinson jumps, gets a touchdown. Off the bar by Mohan. And grabbed again by Barber. The header there from Ripley. 3 times Middlesbrough hit the woodwork down at London Road in the first match, and already they found it again. Parkinson hit the cross deep. Wilkinson at the jump. Mohan was up there. Onto the bar. Back for Ripley. Barber so quick to recover. And Middlesbrough, for all the brightness of their start, and that effort from Nicky Mohan that hit the bar, really managed to put Barber under relentless pressure. Now Charlery looking to turn here though. Charlery from Mick Halsall, nearly crept through, and still Mike Gavin. That's a great save from Stephen Pears, and it needed to be from Gavin. They picked their way through the Middlesbrough defence then, Peterborough. Carefully worked, Halsall, and it fell for Gavin. And a smart save that from Stephen Pears. 25 minutes into the second half, it's still 0-0, but Middlesbrough pressing relentlessly on Peterborough, trying to prize an opening out of this stubborn defence. Phillips bangs it in towards Wilkinson again. There's Ripley. Wilkinson won't get to that one. Proctor and Mohan, and Wilkinson is there again. Henry's in the middle, and Proctor over the top. And Ripley through the middle for a change. There goes Ripley. Did he go all the way? Luke. And Ripley checks. Oh, that is an absolutely marvellous goal from Stuart Ripley. He's been the threatener for Middlesbrough all night long, but he's gone and done it single-handed now. That was a marvellous goal. Ripley twisted Luke, turned, didn't really look up, knew where the goal was, and right in that far corner. It's a sensational goal. Head down that time, completely lost Luke with that turn, checked and drove it.
Victory at last over the surprise 4th-round conquerors of Liverpool. Once again, the 3rd Division battlers put up a brave fight, but Borough are still on course for a possible Wembley double.
It was a good strike from myself. I was happy to get a goal. You know, I've been struggling with the goal-scoring stakes this season. It wasn't a particularly great game, but you know, it was a great result for us because it set us up against Manchester United.
What a great goal! If it wasn't a great game.
Yeah, it was possibly the best I've scored. I remember I received it wide on the right. I cut inside and it just sort of opened up for me, and I just kept on going. I was getting pushed away from the goal, so I checked, and you know, just again it opened up and I just struck it and it went in the top corner.
The next hurdle at Portsmouth and an FA Cup 5th round tie at Fratton Park. Borough's previous visit to the South Coast had resulted in a 4-0 thrashing, but this time Lenny Lawrence's men are better prepared.
Rather tentative header by Kit Simons. Here's Musto. Phillips can shoot. Against the post. Again offside given. Here's Neil. Colin Hendry tracking back, but it'll come through to Anderton. Crossed in. It's chance for Birds. It's in. 1-0. I think Whittingham's claiming it. But Burns squeezed it past Stephen Pearce and the cross by Anderton. And Guy Whittingham was on hand to apply the finishing touch and just make sure. And we've only got 5 minutes or so to go. And this is a chance for Borough. What a save! What a save by Knight! Powell back, giving away a free kick, rather charged into his man. And Alan Knight may have some more work to do. What a good goalkeeper he is, and I think at times Graham Taylor and Bobby Robson, his predecessor, should come down to the second division, look at some of the players you see down here. There it is! Kernigan equalising. 2 minutes to go. He equalised against City, and now he's done it against Portsmouth. Darryl Powell, should say Mark Chamberlain, finding Beresford, gets the cross in. Here's Whitting. Oh my word! It was like bagatelle in there. Awful to take. Here's Chamberlain. Oh! Flash past the post. That could be Portsmouth's last chance today.
Yet another never say die display by Borough keeps those cup dreams bubbling. The cruel twist for inspirational skipper Alan Kernigan, whose late equaliser earns a second chance at Ayresome Park, is that a 2-match ban will keep him out of the replay.
Well, from one difficult cup tie to another in the FA Cup this time, and that trip to Portsmouth, they'd already thrashed you at Fratton Park in the league, so there must have been a few question marks in people's minds.
Yeah, we were determined there was going to be no repeat of that. Now, as events turned out, our best chance of victory was that day. I mean, they weren't very good at all in the first half. They didn't play Portsmouth. They got a bad goal. We considered a terrible goal earlier in the second half. But without that, I think we might have gone on and won it. The goal and the draw came late in the game, too late to do anything other than that. But as events transpired, our best chance was down there, and if we hadn't conceded that goal when we did, I think we might have won it.
While Borough have progressed in both cup competitions, the big side effect has been the gap opened up at the top of the second division by leaders Blackburn. Kenny Dalglish's multi-million-pound outfit have gained a 12-point advantage, albeit having played 2 games more. A crowd of close to 20,000 is at Ayresome Park to see if Borough can make up lost ground.
Mims just beating Wilkinson to the ball there. Blackburn having trouble getting this away against this wind. Stuart Ripley up against Wright, sends him the wrong way. Not a bad cross. Back to Parkinson. Oh, you rather slice that one. Off the head of Peake. Wilkinson with a touch, a chance for Payton. Oh, and it bobbles. Mims just gets a hand to it. Bobby Mims then, £250,000 signing from Tottenham Hotspur. Not a good header that, and they're back in trouble. Payton with the shot, just couldn't get over the ball. Free kick then to Blackburn Rovers. Can they make use of this strong, gusty wind? Flipped across, Slaven moving to the left. The ball played right through the middle for Payton, and Andy Payton on the run here. Oh, he's got through. A chance here. Great save by Mims. Andy Payton got inside the defence. Couldn't find the angle.
Borough disappointed not to cash in on a storming second-half display against a ferocious gale. No doubt about it, Blackburn are happy to leave Ayresome Park with a point, following a missed opportunity for Lenny Lawrence's promotion hopefuls.
Were you happy with your performance against Blackburn Rovers? Because it's very difficult to come into first-team football after so long out, isn't it?
It's difficult. I felt I coped quite well. I hadn't really played a game for like a couple of months before that, so it was my first game for a while. I thought I coped quite well. We had a clean sheet, which is all that mattered. You know, we never gave any goals away or anything. I was quite pleased. But I mean, like I said before, I'd like to have an extended run in the team just to, you know, to prove and give myself a proper opportunity to do something here. And if I get that, then you never know, I may be signed here permanently, but I've just got to wait for a chance.
Since the new year began, Borough's congested programme has been dominated by cup ties, and the replay with Portsmouth is their 6th in little more than 7 weeks. Borough, who haven't reached the last 8 since 1978, are bidding for a quarter-final against Nottingham Forest.
Good header. Disappointment at the end of it for Wilkinson. Showed a very nice first touch, but was caught with an equally good tackle. He has the corner. And off the line from Phillips' header, from Powell's header. Good corner from Anderton, Powell the good header, and I think it was Musto off the line. And certainly it's Stuart Ripley who is creating the majority of the problems for the Portsmouth defence. Wilkinson, free kick was quickly taken. Portsmouth were standing unorganised, unready, and paid the penalty. Still getting themselves into position when the ball hit the back of the net from Wilkinson's header. Indirect, the arm was raised, there was no problem there. Ripley. That's a better ball. Payton did well, and so too did Knight. That was a very good turn and a powerful shot from Andy Payton. He can cool the two captains together. Musto has missed it. Clark, Anderton. Powell is in the middle. Clark is going. Can he shoot? Yes, and score. The testing high ball in, which Wilkinson loves to compete for. And they're a bit hesitant about getting it away. Ripley's shot hit Pollock. And after that, must have struck another Portsmouth player. Mr. Hill was very well placed to see. So we've got a cup tie full of action, goal at each end, the prize for the winners, a home tie against Nottingham Forest. Couldn't be more appetising. Moen in there making problems, and Wilkinson coming in at the far post, completely unattended. It was Moen who was causing the problems earlier, and Wilkinson threw himself at the header. But they'll be asking questions about the marking. Jim Smith off the bench, furious about something. Yeah, a bit of heart, that's what he's calling for. Come on, lads, fight. Well, won by Pollock, and now it's Ripley. Pollock going ahead of him, Ripley turning back inside. Knight wasn't taking chances. I think it may have been deflected, and Knight didn't want it to go for the corner. But the applause is not for the goalkeeper, it's for Ripley. Orford there before Payton. Powell back to him. It's just a hopeful ball in, which was relatively easy for Phillips. Anderton has got the wrong side of Moen. Moen is now back. Anderton's beaten him. Oh! That's a wonderful goal by Clark. The number 9s are having a birthday. Anderton again, with great skill, has made a goal. Really has been an outstanding performance from Ripley. And here's Payton in, and Orford just in enough to prevent him getting a shot in. Now here's Anderton, with Powell in the middle, and the corner. And it'll be Anderton with the corner, slicing it outside foot, and it's gone right through. I don't think anybody got a touch. In from Beresford. Anderton using his weight, and here's Clark for his hat-trick. Against the bar and into the keeper's hands. When you look at the chances he's taken, how could he miss that one? Parkinson. Ripley. Beresford trying to keep pace with him, but he is quick. The cross tempted Knight, and then Knight changed his mind. The whistle is gone for a foul on the goalkeeper. Bodily contact in the 6-yard area. The keeper not even with the ball in his hands. Neal through the middle for Powell. Anderton! If there was any doubt about who scored the third, there's no argument about that one. Good save, and again, but not the third time. The linesman is flagging, and Clark is not going to get his hat-trick. Clark was peeling away, ready to celebrate, but the linesman was standing, flag up. That was all right, and that was a good save, and that was okay. But the ball was put into the net by Powell, who was on the ground and in an offside position. Here's Aspinall quickly into the action and releasing Clark. Now this really could be his hat-trick if he keeps his head.
An absorbing cup tie, but a shattering end to Borough's hopes of a famous Wembley double. On the night, Portsmouth finished worthy winners, and remarkably Stephen Pears had conceded 4 goals against Pompey for the second time inside 2 months.
Were you surprised at the way they reacted on the return game here? Because you must have felt that you'd done the hard work by drawing at Fratton Park.
They've proved that they are a very good team. Although usually it's been at home, you know, they gave us a good thrashing early on in the season, 4-0. But I watched the game and I thought we did well first half, but really, once they went sort of 3-2 up, we just sort of collapsed and everybody wanted to do their own thing. So it was disappointing from that respect.
3 days on from that stunning FA Cup exit, Borough face a tough test of character in the league at Swindon Town.
Hazard getting it square, ball played in again. Shearer to Simpson. Still in play. This is Paul Bodin. Good cross from Bodin. The header coming in from Mitchell off the post and hooked away by Kernigan. Nicky Hammond getting some distance with that kick. And John Gittins beaten in the air. This is Shearer. Oh! Leant backwards and the ball shot over the top. Long ball from Kerslake and a mistake there by Gittins. This is Mitchell, the Australian. Oh, the ball bubbled. And Steve Pears' goal having a charmed life. Free kick then, Hazard directing operations. Kerslake quickly takes it, wraps the bar. Gittins scrambles it away. Free kick then for Middlesbrough. Just 2 minutes into the second half. Phillips floats it across. Kernaghan's there. Oh, and it's in! Kernaghan opens the scoring against Swindon Town. Great cross here from Phillips, and Kernaghan got round the back of the defence to steer that one past Hammond. Bowden. Mitchell battling for it. Gittins is there, so too is the goalkeeper. Oh, and over the top from Mitchell. Ross McLaren. Swindon desperate. Oh! And the referee pointing to the penalty spot. Sean Taylor poleaxed there. And a penalty. It came from this long ball from McLaren. And, well, it looked like he ran into the defender. It looked like he ran into Kernaghan, but the referee's given it to Hazard. He hasn't scored for 26 games. Oh, and a great save by Steve Pears. Magnificent save. Hazard, 6 goals this season. Fails from the spot. McLaren then. Swindon chasing. Oh, it's still trailing by 1-0. Oh, acrobatics there. A lot of pressure on Steve Pears' goal.
On a day when runaway leaders Blackburn falter at home to lowly Oxford, that's a precious victory. With games in hand on all the top clubs, Borough move back into the top 5.
Well, another winner from you, that was at Swindon. A very good win this, because this was against one of the fancied sides for the playoffs at least anyway.
Yes, we did quite well that game, although we didn't create many chances. We kept Swindon down to a few chances as well, and fortunately I was at the right place at the right time, just on the end of Jimmy's free kick, and managed to squeeze it into the far post.
Meanwhile, in the Rumbelows Cup, Borough have reached their first semi-final for 16 years. It's been a dream start by Lenny Lawrence in his first season in the managerial hot seat, and a crowd of close on 26,000 is at Ayresome Park for the first leg against First Division leaders Manchester United.
Look too for the aerial dominance of Paul Wilkinson in the middle. Superb in the air. 18 goals he's got this season. Ripley, good cross. And this is Slaven going in and just hooked away there by Gary Pallister. So the old boy deceives them there. McClare. Robson, Pallister, Donaghy. Out to Irwin. Ripley putting the pressure on. And Ripley's on the right-hand side as Gary Parkinson storms forward. Plays in the long ball for Wilkinson. Gets the header down. A chance here for Slaven. Slaven brought down by Donaghy, claiming the penalty. Or a handball, I think he wanted.
That was an absolutely brilliant tackle by Mal Donaghy there. I thought that was a certain goal there. Brilliant tackle.
Just waiting for some movement off the ball. Pollock shows. And that's a good one across to Gary Parkinson. Will he have a shot this time? He does. And it's a superb shot and a fantastic save by Peter Schmeichel. We're in the 25th minute. That's the closest we've come to a goal so far. An absolutely pile driver from Gary Parkinson.
Yeah, it was a brilliant effort again from Gary Parkinson. As I said before, he strikes a brilliant ball, and again that was 35 yards at least.
Phillips with the throw. Ripley did well. Slaven. This is Hendry. Drilling over. Wilkinson coming in on it. Gets the corner in. Oh! Slaven denied there. Didn't get a clean contact with the ball. But that was another great move from Middlesbrough. They opened up the Manchester United defence. And Slaven so close to notching there. Certainly, Andy, Middlesbrough looking much more dangerous when they're able to get the high crosses into Paul Wilkinson.
Yes, that diagonal ball seems to be the one that's causing Manchester United a lot of problems. And 2 or 3 occasions knocked them down and nearly got a goal from it.
Well, Hughes getting this one through to Giggs, an early ball in, cut out by Phillips. Giggs on the ball again, chips it in, beautiful work by Giggs, the header by Mark Hughes.
That was a brilliant chance, that. Great chance for Manchester United there.
Well won by Pollock. Slaven knocking it through for Hendry. Just about a yard too far in front of him, that one. Just gave the advantage to Schmeichel. Hughes. Webb. Giggs. Webb's cross. Oh, what a header that was from Paul Ince. Flicked over the top by Steve Pears. Ince, not a man noted for his finishing power, but he really rose and got some weight behind that header. And that was a fine save by Steve Pears. He was looking for the ball. And Jimmy Phillips had it, but Giggs is back on it again. Very persistent young man. And an exceptionally talented one too, and that's a dangerous ball. Oh! And Ince almost squeezed that one in. Superb reflexes by Steve Pears. Donaghy. Wilkinson doing the hustling. Ince on the far side now. Hughes in the middle. Ince. Robson saw it. Clips it back for Hughes, a chance here for Hughes, a great save, McClare going in, and Steve Pears makes a second save. Once again, Steve Pears comes to Middlesbrough's aid. The first shot hammered in, he clawed it down, and McClare was in on the rebound. But Steve Pears was there once again to deny him. There's Gary Parkinson addressing the ball now. Alan Kernaghan behind him, just having a word. Phillips is to the left. He goes for goal. Oh! The ball's still in play and Wilkinson can't turn it in. Well, the spectacular diving save that by Peter Schmeichel. What a well-hit free kick that was by Gary Parkinson. Well, Willie's still at deadlock. What do you think it needs to open up one of these defences?
I think if we could get the ball to Stuart Ripley like we've been doing the last 5 minutes, and Stuart seems to be getting into the game a lot more now. If he could get in a few crosses, and hopefully Paul Wilkinson can get on the end of them.
Yeah, they were so dangerous in the first half, the crosses to Wilkinson. He hasn't really had a decent one in this second half so
Yeah, that's
far.
right. Paul pulls off defenders really well to the back post, and he takes others into the game by knocking the ball down to him on the edge of the box or whatever. So I think if Stuart could find him in that kind of positions, we could get something out of it.
Webb to McClare. McClare slides past Kernaghan, flicks it back. Webb with a shot. Oh, and that was an open goal, inviting the shot for the top corner. And the England midfield player squanders probably the best chance of the match so far. Pollock. Good cross from Parkinson. Pallister got the touch. This is Slaven with a shot. Oh, and he didn't get hold of it.
An inspired performance by Borough, highlighted by a brilliant display by Stephen Pears against his former club. United sold Pears to Borough for £70,000 in 1986. Nonetheless, Borough still have a mountain to climb.
Your 16th clean sheet of the season in the 0-0 draw with Manchester United, and a couple of fantastic saves.
Yeah, and the whole match with Man United really enjoyed. It was a big game for us, a big crowd here. The lads played very well, and we're unfortunate not to go to Old Trafford with at least a one goal lead.
Rumblow's League Cup semi-final first leg against Manchester United, and two absolutely magnificent saves from Steve Pears keeps a blank score sheet.
Well, I think also Schmeichel made some good saves as well. That game was all about the first 20 minutes. We had 2 or 3 chances in the first 20 minutes, and if one of them had gone in, we might be at Wembley now. But nevertheless they didn't, and at the end of the day, in the last 20 minutes, Pears had to make a couple of great saves, but we were as good as them on the night.
Meanwhile, it's back to league duty and a crucial showdown with promotion rivals Cambridge. The first of 2 encounters with the men from the Abbey Stadium in a space of 10 days.
Sheffield knocking it early, but a chance here maybe. Ripley up against Kimball. Wilkinson wanting the ball in the middle, Kimball blocking the intended cross again. Parkinson tries the left foot shot and bent it. Oh, hits the crossbar. The angle of post and crossbar. Superb shot from Gary Parkinson. Well, he was so unlucky here on Wednesday night against Manchester United. Denied by the brilliance of Peter Schmeichel in the United goal. And this time the woodwork denies him what would only be his second goal of the season. Ripley now. That's certainly given Borough some heart. Slaven, a bad ball from him. Heaney gets it forward. Picked up here by Leadbitter. Taylor. And it falls to Gary Parkinson. And he's made a hash of that clearance too. The ball knocked in again. Oh, what a shot from Dublin! Hit it first time on the half volley. The ball played in by Rowett. And that's a measure of this man who's knocked in 16 goals this season. Jimmy Phillips. Ripley. He's done well. He's got Slaven inside. Knocks it through for Bernie Slaven. A chance here for Slaven. The Republic of Ireland into dash. Oh, he hits it into the side netting. But a good break that by Middlesbrough. And Jimmy Phillips up to swing over the cross. Wilkinson knocks it back. Oh, and Hendry misses from 3 yards. The challenge by Liam Daish, just enough to deflect the ball over the bar. Steve Pears. Pollock. Nice little play. Support by Parkinson. Tries the shot. Oh, that's a good effort. Sheffield can't hold it. Got it the second time just before Bernie Slaven came in. Now John Gittings and Mark Proctor warming up on the far side. The two Middlesbrough substitutes. Could well be just a warning from manager Lenny Lawrence. Not to slack. Kimball. This is Taylor. Did well to get the cross in. Kernigan got the block. Oh, Dublin's there, and Dublin scored! Oh my word, it came out of nothing, and Dublin just got the touch that deceived Steve Pears. Ripley. Hendry. Chance for the shot maybe. Tries it. Oh, and almost beat Sheffield. Well, Cambridge United will be quite satisfied to just hang on to this slender goal lead of theirs. They're quite adept at doing that. Phillips. This is Phillips again. Drives in the cross. It must be a goal. It's there. Wilkinson. His 19th goal of the season. Before arriving at Cambridge United. This is Kimball with a throw. Dublin. Good control by Dublin and a good cross from him too. Oh, and it's there! Superbly taken by Heaney, but the goal doesn't count. The celebrations are ill-founded. Offside is the decision. But that was a beautiful cross from Dion Dublin, and Heaney seemed to have stolen in on the blind side of the defenders.
So Paul Wilkinson's 19th goal of the season is enough to preserve Borough's unbeaten league record at Ayresome Park. It also means a step up to 4th place in the race for promotion.
Well, Paul, a vital equaliser against Cambridge United here at Ayresome Park. Your 130th goal in senior football.
Yeah, obviously the game was slipping away from us at the time. It was a bit of a funny game. We'd had 1 or 2 games during the week, and obviously Cambridge coming, we knew it was going to be important for us, especially after drawing at home against Blackburn. And the first half we had 1 or 2 chances, maybe could have gone in front, but went in 0-0. And then I think DM Dublin scored for them right at the start of the second half and put us up against it. But we managed in the last 20 minutes to up our game a bit, and we got the goal and could have gone on to win.
The Rumbelows Cup semi-final second leg against Manchester United is Borough's 14th cup tie of the season, and a bumper crowd of nearly 46,000 is in for an absorbing contest.
Tony Mowbray in November will take. Hendry squeezed across the goal, and Wilkinson with a header. Just over the crossbar from Paul Wilkinson. Both Bruce and Pallister are forward. Pears makes a punch. Dennis Irwin on his left foot. Paul Ince. Brian Robson. Webb has made a run to his left. Kicks ahead of him. McClare. Now Webb. Now Lee Sharp. Real chance. 1-0. He's back. It could be Lee Sharp's League Cup semi-final again. Given away by Phillips to Parker. Now McClare. Parker has stayed forward. This is Robson. Left it for Webb. Oh, he just needed a touch from Brian Robson. Here goes Stuart Ripley. Parker trying to stick with him. Ripley is strong enough. Chance for Slaven! 5 minutes of the second half gone, and Middlesbrough are back in business. Bernie Slaven's equaliser starts a party behind Peter Schmeichel's goal. You can't allow him a side of goal. Full marks to Stuart Ripley, so strong, and the cross picked out by Slaven, who picked out the back of the net. Bernie Slaven's 14th goal of the season. He's got another chance though. Trying to play Dennis Irwin in. Brian McClare trying to play Dennis Irwin in. Oh, good save by Pears. Cleared by Kernigan. Smart stop by the Middlesbrough goalkeeper. Ryan kicks. Cleared by Kernigan. Wilkinson in pursuit. Pallister and Bruce with him. Gary Pallister saw Schmeichel short. Wilkinson managed to force it past the goalkeeper, but not far enough past the goalkeeper. Wilkinson's header on. Hendry trying to get to it. Schmeichel committed. Hendry goalwards. Off the line by Gary Pallister. Saves Manchester United's bacon with a dramatic goal line clearance from John Hendry. The gates of Wembley were opening wide for Middlesbrough then, but Gary Pallister got across in the nick of time to shut them in their face. It really is a cramped pitch, this, isn't it? Webb into Ince. Robson's arriving. Instead back to Webb. Tried to curl it! Almost caught Stephen Pears out. This semi-final being played to constant vocal accompaniment and encouragement. And it's keeping the players going. Brian Robson getting more and more irritated. Pallister. Hendry. Falconer waiting. Got his head to it. Good save by Schmeichel. Just managed to smuggle it away from Wilkinson. But what a stop from Willie Falconer. But how on earth did Willie Falconer, from a standing start, get so much power behind his header? And how on earth did Peter Schmeichel get to it? And it wasn't over there, and he had to get across to deny Wilkinson. It was difficult to believe that Manchester United and Middlesbrough could serve up anything quite as good as Forest and Spurs managed 10 days ago. But in a different way, this has been every bit the measure of it. It's not been the same kind of flowing football match, but it's been more of a semi-final. A classic slugging match. Neil Webb. McClare's there, so too's Robson. It's kicked! That could be the one! First minute, the second period of extra time. 18-year-old Ryan Giggs comes of age in the League Cup semi-final. celebrations have started because of this goal, born out of the sheer determination.
A thrilling cup tie packed with drama, entertainment and skill, but sadly for Borough fans, they won't be completing the road to Wembley. The consolation in defeat is the knowledge that Lenny Lawrence's side have done themselves proud with yet another brave cup display.
It's impossible for us to be nearer going to Wembley than we were. I mean, the players played magnificently. They battled tremendously well throughout the game. We had more than our fair share of chances, and but from a wonderful save by Schmeichel from Willie Faulkner's header, I think we would have won, but it wasn't to be. As I said, the players can't do any more than that. Those 13 players cannot do any more, and you know, we were inches away at times, and it's as close as you can get without getting there.
Their cup adventure's finally over. It's time to concentrate on the all-important race to join the Premier League. And that means another testing promotion battle against Southend at Roots Hall.
Side peak, then right-footed pass. Austin had to take action. Oh, Angel's headed it on. Benjamin's shot, and it's just past the post. It might have even clipped the post as it went by. Angel made the opening. Ball went from Chris Powell. And Benjamin nearly got himself on the end of it. Poor corner by Tilson. But can he make amends now? This time Pollock away. Chris Powell's on the edge. Gets it back in, it falls to Angel. He's away and shoots. Pears made a save. Great second save as well. The ball's still in the box and Pears punches. Angel cuts inside, tried the shot. Pollock charged it down. And now a breakaway for Middlesbrough. Dean Austin's got to handle that, and he's done it superbly. And then his ball is too loose. Sampson makes a save, and it's a penalty. But I'm not sure what the linesman's given. The linesman's given something else, I think. Or has he given a penalty? It was the linesman's decision, I feel. Interesting. And it's red card for Paul Sampson. Paul Sampson has been given a red card for a foul on John Hendry. Slaven takes it wrong side of Tilson. Slaven scores, and Middlesbrough have an important one-goal lead. Now Locke, good foot in by Pollock. Spread out to Austin. Bit of pressure from Southend. Left-footed cross by Austin, or headed away by Peake. Jones hit him on the back of the head, but then he was strong in the challenge there and continues on his way. Got Pryor helping him out here. Cross by Pryor into Benjamin. Will he try the acrobatic over a kick? Saved by Pears wonderfully again. Good acrobatics by Ian Benjamin, but Pears has been the hero of the hour.
Without doubt, a match shaped by 2 red cards, but in the end it's 3 precious points for Borough, still handily placed behind the top 3 with games in hand.
Well, Jimmy, you played your 300th league game at Southend, your 88th for Middlesbrough, and it proved quite an eventful afternoon.
Yeah, that's right. We won the game, which is a good thing. I managed to get sent off, and therefore I'm suspended for the first time in my career. And it was a great pity and a great shame on my behalf that I did get sent off, because I missed the 3 games coming up.
Well, while on statistics, you made your 300th league appearance at Southend United. That's quite a record, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice always to get to these top milestones, and I'm pleased that it's come while I've been at Middlesbrough.
The goals don't seem to be flowing quite so frequently, not just from you, but from the team in general, apart from the game that we wind up with against Brighton. Why do you think this is?
I think it's maybe because of the way we've played. We've tightened up quite a bit in the way we play, especially away from home, and we're getting the results, but maybe not scoring as many goals as we could. But in a lot of the games, we're only playing with one up the front and Burnley sort of sitting in behind, and we're not getting as many chances as maybe we would do if we were more outgoing. But as I say, at the minute it's all about results, and if we can get the results by winning 1-0 or getting a draw, then that's more important to us than scoring 3 or 4 goals and losing.
Next stop is Cambridge, and once again another important encounter with promotion rivals.
So winding up for another of these long throws. Dublin with a flick. Oh, and just over the bar. Not quite, but Pear's got a touch to it. Back in again from Dennis. Dublin laying it off the shot. Oh, magnificent save! This is Leadbitter. Nicely turned in, and Leadbitter going all the way, gets the shot in, another great stop by Pears. Pressure still on Borough. Dublin with the flick, the header there, the save again from Pears. Really showing the form that's got him into the England squad for next week's game against Czechoslovakia. Oh, and again! They just can't beat this man. Slaven's cross. It's there! No, the flag's up. Willie Faulkner's goal ruled out. Great cross from Slaven. First time they've really opened up this Cambridge defence.
10 days on from their 1-1 draw at Ayresome Park, stalemate at Cambridge prolongs the status quo at the top of the table, while Borough have extended their unbeaten league run to 6 matches.
A magnificent show too at Cambridge, where you virtually won the points for Middlesbrough, despite collecting that broken cheekbone.
Yeah, well, you didn't realise I had one at the time. You know, it happened after about 20 minutes, I think. But you just get on with it. I mean, the adrenaline takes you through the game, and you don't realise until sort of the morning after that it hurts. You know, so you just get on with it.
After 3 games on the road, it's finally back to Ayresome Park for the home encounter with struggling Brighton.
Chance here for Raffle Mead, and Mead gets the shot in. Season campaigner Mead. Played this football all across Europe. Hendry with the cross there, and Wilkinson coming in at the far post. It just wouldn't go in. It bobbled away. Good cross this from Hendry. Wilkinson comes in, hit him on the head, couldn't get it under control. Good touch by Digweed, just put him off. So still no score. Brighton struggling to maintain their position in the 2nd division. Middlesbrough looking for a place in the Premier League. Slaven now, good ball into space. Wilkinson sends in the cross. Oh, there's Slaven! That's it! 1-0. 37 minutes gone. His 140th goal in league football. And that puts Borough in the lead. Cross coming in from Paul Wilkinson. 2 defenders missed it. Slaven unmarked. Corner then. Hendry sending it across. Just touched by Digweed, didn't really get hold of it. Back again it comes. Screwed away by McCarthy. And this is Peake. There's one for Wilkinson to chase. Harry Digweed, formerly with Fulham. Was an England under-21 international 9 years ago. This is Slaven. Faulkner going for the return. Hendry decided to check. Sends in that long diagonal cross again. A chance here for Slaven. That's his 2nd. 45 minutes on the clock. We're right on the half-time whistle. And it's Middlesbrough 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Good cross again from Hendry. This diagonal ball catching Brighton out every time. Wilkinson heads it across, and Slaven accepts the gift. Steve Pears making his 250th league appearance for Middlesbrough. One in the air by Faulkner. Seems to have overcome those knee problems that have ruled him out for most of this season. Jimmy Phillips with a throw, gets it back again. Good control by Hendry. Phillips. Mix up there between Pollock and oh, what a goal! John Hendry. Well, that's one for the scrapbook. That's his 60th goal in league football, and what a classic. Hit it from just over 18 yards, right in the top corner. And Briley can't pick it up. So Steve Pears boot it forward again. Middlesbrough comfortably ahead now by 3-0. Headed away by Chivers. met by Jernigan. Wilkinson's hook forward, and again errors at the back. This is Bernie Slaven. Slaven homing in, down he goes. Penalty, surely. Yes, the referee points to the spot. We're into the 56th minute, and Brighton's defence all at sea. Slaven driving in here, wild challenge there. And it's now Slaven to take the penalty. He's up against Perry Digweed. This for his hat-trick. Oh, how calm can you be? Absolutely nonchalant, just 3 steps, and he stroked it in. And Digweed, no chance at all. It's 4-0 to Borough. Headed away by Jernigan. And Middlesbrough really flowing now. Willie Faulkner. This only his 14th appearance of the season. And another ball through for John Hendry. Hendry trying to get round the outside of the defence, clips it across. Slaven, oh, just couldn't get over it. Gets it back again. Pollock with a shot. Good little chip that from Hendry.
Borough's promotion bandwagon continues to roll in the right direction. Condemning Brighton to their heaviest defeat of the season closes the gap on the top 3. And leaders Blackburn are now only 6 points ahead, having played 3 games more.
Bernie, well done. You seem determined not to lose your Middlesbrough top scorer tag.
Yeah, that's not important. You know, it's nice to score goals, but it was Paul Wilkinson who made the first 2, and full credit to him. But it's a team performance, and it was vital to win today. You know, we've had 2 great away results against Cambridge and Southend, so it would be a shame to spoil it today. But full credit to the lads.
The good thing is that after the disappointment at Old Trafford the other week, that you've kept going. You've got 7 points out of 9.
That's right. You know, the league is the most important thing. If we had a choice, I think most people would take the league. We were unlucky against Man United. We had a fantastic support down there. But the supporters got behind us today, and hopefully we can give them something to cheer about from now to the end of the season.
Without a doubt, Middlesbrough's most successful season for years is teed up for a fascinating conclusion. In just 7 months in charge, new manager Lenny Lawrence has filled Ayresome Park full of optimism. An impressive campaign has been illuminated by an exciting run in both the major cup competitions, and the ultimate prize of automatic promotion to the Premier League is still well within reach. Don't miss what promises to be a thrilling climax to the season. Look out for the next Middlesbrough Football Club video magazine.